So without further ado, let's get into it. Now, the first thing I want to point out to you guys is this very first weapon right here. It's the M8A1, and I believe the attachment on it is Select Fire. And as you can see, it says Burst right there. So this is a new attachment that I don't think we've ever seen before in any Call of Duty game, where you can choose if you want to burst fire, if you want to go full auto, if you want to go single shot, etc., etc. So that's pretty exciting. And then also in this little bottom right-hand corner, you can see the kill streaks this guy has. It looks like there's some sort of airstrike, the quad rotor drone, and then the attack helicopter, I believe. So those are pretty cool. Now moving on just a tiny bit, we're going to see his full class setup. You guys are going to see these throughout the trailer. I'll point them out to you later. But anyway, this one right here, it's pretty basic. As you can see, he has one primary weapon, an attachment on that weapon, which I think is a Select Fire, a secondary weapon, one attachment on that secondary weapon, 3 perks, and then 2 pieces of equipment. It looks like one lethal, one maybe Simtex, and then one non-lethal, the shock charges. And as I said, this is a pretty basic class. This is kind of cookie cutter. This is what we've always seen from Call of Duty. But as we move on throughout the trailer, I'll point out other classes to you guys that are much, much crazier than this, and it's pretty exciting. It's pretty cool to look at, so we'll get to those later. But anyway, moving on with the trailer just a little bit, we're going to see him use the shock charges here in a second, which are a tactical equipment that just look to be like sticky stun grenades. They appear to just kind of stun the enemy, slow them down a little bit, put them in a daze, just like we've always seen from stuns. So there's nothing too different there. But anyway, the last thing I wanted to point out to you guys in this clip is the DJ Vaughn player card down there. Now, something a lot of people liked from Black Ops 1 was the fact that you could customize your emblems, and I don't know if it's coming back. It's hard to tell. As you can see, it has his gamer tag on there. It has a customizable background, and there's an emblem there, but I can't really tell if that emblem was made by him or if it was like a preset, you know, kind of like Modern Warfare 3 has. To me, it looks pretty professional. It looks pretty preset. We'll have to wait and see, but I don't know. Customizable emblems may be coming back. We'll have to wait and see. But anyway, moving on to the next clip here, we're going to see a new weapon, the POW-57 MMS or MMG, or I can't really read it. But anyway, it looks like it's going to be a light machine gun. You know, it's a pretty big weapon. It's also got like 50 rounds in the clip, which is more than an assault rifle. So I'm assuming this is going to be an LMG. You can see his kill streaks down there. Again, there's that airstrike looking thing. He also has a new helicopter here, which I think is going to be the Pavlo. And then the top one there, I can't really make out what that is. It almost looks like a satellite. So it might be something to do with like a UAV or an advanced UAV or recon of some type. But anyway, we can also see this guy's class setup. And this one is definitely different than the first one we saw. So as you can see, he has one primary weapon with 2 attachments on it, a secondary with no attachments, and then for his perks, rather than having 3 perks in each of the slots, the first, second, and third, he only has 1 perk in the second slot and 2 in the third. So he doesn't have a first perk at all, the blue perk I think it was. And then finally he has 2 equipments, and then down in the bottom left you can see he has one of those 3 skinny rectangular boxes filled in. And I'm not exactly sure what that bottom row does, but I have a hunch. I think it's either character customization, you know, like special pants or special helmet or something, or armor. So I'll talk about it later in the video when we see more. But anyway, moving on with this clip here, you're going to see he has some type of heartbeat sensor, x-ray vision type thing. It's scanning across the screen. He can see through stuff. He kills somebody. And then dolphin dive for the win, baby. Yes, it is returning. And finally, the last thing I want to point out in this clip is as he gets this kill right here, you can see down in the bottom right next to his kill streaks, that little bar, the little line rises up. So, you know, that's kind of like in Modern Warfare 3, how we have all those little notches that fill up yellow. That's what it's going to be like in Black Ops 2. You can tell how close you are to your next kill streak, and make sure you remember this because it's going to come important later on in the trailer. Now, moving on, right here we get to see another class setup, and what's notable about this one is he has no third perk, which is kind of interesting, and then also his equipment. So the top one there looks like some sort of mine or bouncing Betty or something, and the bottom one, I'm not sure what it is, but as you can see, the big square is filled out along with the little one. So does that mean that he doubled up on whatever equipment that is? So like if it was shock charges, maybe he has 4 of them instead of just 2, or you know, I don't even know what it means, but I found that pretty interesting. And then also you can see his kill streaks here. Can't really tell what the middle one is, but the top one is the claw, you know, that 4-legged tank type thing. And then also the bottom one there, we're about to see in a second. So as you're going to see, he's going to run across this bridge. He gets a kill. He earns that kill streak. You can see the little bar go up, and then he sets this thing out. I believe it's called the Guardian. It looks like some sort of, you know, stunning. It's either heat or sound waves that are hurting the enemies, kind of like they got stunned or something, and then he takes them out. And then boop, look right here. 15th prestige emblem from Black Ops. What on earth does that mean? Is that going to be one of the prestiges in the new game? Not sure. Is that something that you get if you were 15th prestige in Black Ops 1? Not sure. We'll have to wait and see, but I found it pretty interesting. But anyway, moving on with the trailer here a little bit, we're going to see another weapon and another class setup. As you can see, he's got the Chickum CQB customized, and then here's his class setup. I can't really tell what those equipment are. I don't know. Maybe you guys can give me some ideas. One of them looks almost like a portable radar thing from Black Ops, and then also his kill streaks are kind of hard to figure out as well. The middle one is a helicopter. The top one is that weird looking satellite thing. I can't tell what the bottom one is. But anyway, as we move forward a little bit here, we're going to find out something very, very interesting. So bam, here is Charlene, you know, the quad rotor drone. It's an enemy kill streak. He destroys it, and if you look down in the bottom right, it does not help him towards his kill streak. So in Black Ops 2, when you destroy enemy kill streaks, it's not going to help your kill streak. It's not going to give you a point towards whatever you're earning. And again, if you weren't really sure about this, if you didn't catch that, it shows it again here in a sec. We get to see some quad rotor drone gameplay, and then he takes out another one with this launcher Strela type thing, and again, it does not give him a point streak reward towards his kill streak for killing an enemy kill streak. So that's kind of unfortunate. Now, moving on to the next clip here, this is actually pretty interesting. So the first thing I want to point out is Matt whatever gamer tag there. He has the 5-star general logo, and he's level 55. So level 55 will be the maximum level in Black Ops 2 before you get to prestige. So, you know, people always want to know that. Now, also down the bottom right, you can see this guy has an AN94 customized, and the sight on it is really freaking weird. So you're going to see here in a second, he zooms down sight, and it's super tunnel vision, but the enemies are lit up with red triangles, kind of like if you're up in an AC-130 or something. So I don't know, I thought that was pretty interesting. It looks like a pretty powerful sight, but it also looks kind of obstructive at the same time because you have no peripheral vision. So we'll have to wait and see. But also right here, you're going to see they place down riot shields into the ground, and they can shoot through them, which is super, super awesome. That looks like an awesome, awesome combination of weapons to use. And then finally, you also get to see a care package chopper come in, and he drops down what looks to be some type of assault drone looking thing that the player then controls, and he shoots and kills people with. Alright, now this next part of the trailer is crazy, so check out this class setup. Mostly use me blade, that's awesome, shout out to only use me blade. But anyway, no primary weapon, 1 secondary weapon, 6 perks, no equipment, and then 3 of that bottom row of rectangles filled out. Again, we don't know what those do. I think they're either armor, which, you know, makes sense for a class like this. He doesn't have a primary weapon, he's going to want the most health possible, or it might be a character customization thing, because you're going to see here in a second that his character was decked out in all black. He looked super cool. It didn't really look too normal. And then later on in the trailer, we'll see a sniper that had 2 of these slots filled out, that had a crazy green jacket on, and then what looked to be red tiger pants on. So, you know, I think these might be armor or character customization. It could be something totally different. That's just kind of a random speculation on my part. But, anyway, so moving on with this clip right here, this is where it gets important. He gets a kill, and then he switches to his combat knife. As you can see, it's out in his hands down in the bottom part of the screen. This is super, super important because in Black Ops 2, it looks like there's going to be no more panic knifing. You have to physically switch to your knife before you can run around with it and knife somebody. So I thought that was pretty cool. No more panic knifing, a lot less rage in the game. And then finally, the last part of this clip shows us that yes, the tomahawk is coming back. Moving on to the next part of the trailer here, this is the sniper I was just talking about. As you can see on his class setup, he does have 2 of the bottom row filled out, so that's why I think he had the crazy pants and jacket on. But even more importantly, look down in the bottom right at his kill streaks. The top one there looks like a puppy dog to me. What do you guys think? So yes, dogs will be returning, but if we plus play here, we're going to see that he does get a quick scope in. So if you guys remember back in Black Ops, they hated quick scoping at first, and they made it impossible to do it, and then they kind of patched it, but it was still pretty tough to do. It looks like in Black Ops 2, quickscoping is going to be a way that you can play the game. It's just they're going to make it more difficult. I believe I saw a tweet from David Vonderhaar before. I made a video about it where he said that they were going to take the auto aim off for the first like half a second or whatever it is. But anyway, right here he switches to an unscoped sniper rifle, which is awesome. I love the bolt actions in World at War, but he gets a triple kill with it and gets the 4-piece, which was pretty awesome. But anyway, we're moving on towards the very end of this trailer here. I don't know what this thing is. It could be a kill streak caller enter. It could be be some type of equipment. I'm not sure. We also get to see this shotgun here. It's the M1216 customized. It's got 16 shots in it, and as you're going to see here in a second, it is fully automatic. It looks very, very good. He throws a C4 up into the top window there. White boy will be happy, and then it cuts to these Killstreak looking kamikaze things that, I don't know, they look pretty powerful. It's probably going to be something like the Reaper or, you know, something equivalent in Modern Warfare 3. But anyway, as we get through this boring part, listen up right here at the end.
It's multi-team team deathmatch.
Yes, you heard that right. He said multi-team TDM, and it's confirmed by the fact that you can see up there at the top of the screen on the scoreboard, there are 3 teams competing in this team deathmatch. So that's pretty cool. That's something we've never seen before. I'm sure it's going to be integrated with Elite somehow, so you and your clan can have a record and, you know, face other clans. And also, it's good to see that the spectator mode is this good, because that's definitely going to help out the competitive scene, and we'll be able to watch MLG tournaments, and it'll be better.